Hey guys, Magnum here, and I have for you today a great battle I had against Kiwibaddie. And as you can tell, I've just recently upgraded my recording software, so yay! Anyway, this was a mixed tier battle, so I lead off with my beautiful Yuna, the dual screening Gardevoir. He leads with Sand Slash, and he sets up his rocks, so I go for the light screen, and he goes for the Night Slash. I'm pretty sure I can live it considering, I've got the light screen up, but he crits, and so that does a shitload of damage. I'm like, fuck. And I really don't want this unit just to stay in as death fodder, because it has Healing Wish, and I want to bring something back later if I have to. So I go for my VV, the Vileplume. This is a Giga Sub Vileplume, so instead of running Leech Seed and Substitute, it has Giga Drain and Substitute. So I go right for the sub, as he switches into Venusaur. After that, Crush Claw did absolutely nothing. And he Petal Dances my substitute, and that has no chance of breaking it. So I go for Body Slam, hoping maybe to get the Parahacks, and just to see how much it can do. It doesn't really do anything, and then after he gets that recovery, and, I know I can't really do anything against it, so I go right for my Slugworth, my Weezing, which I absolutely love. So anyway, he goes for the Petal Dance, and even after Rocks, that just does nothing. This is a physically defensive Weezing. So he here switches out and goes back into Sand Slash, and I go right for the Willow, which misses. With the Reflect up, this isn't too much of a threat to me, but still, see, he dropped my defense there, so I was a little worried, so, I went for the Willow anyway, just to sort of cripple this thing, and, so yeah, it gets burned. I get my lefties in, and I bring him back and go for Gyarados, the Gyarados. And I get a little bit of Rock Rape, not too bad, I'm not too worried. I know that Crush Claw isn't going to do anything. Yeah, so Burn goes, screens are up. I go for the Dragon Dance, predicting the switch, but he stays in. Maybe he predicted the Dragon Dance, and he just goes right for the Crush Claw, which does absolutely nothing. So then he switches into Blastoise, which is a good switch on his part, because I was going right for the Waterfall. And against the Blastoise, that really doesn't do anything. I mean, it does some, doesn't really, do anything really. But then I decided to just go for the Earthquake, hoping, praying, okay, left the speed enough to finish it off. I've got a Dragon Dance in, which should be really powerful. It doesn't kill him, and he goes for the Yawn. At this point, from what I've seen of this team, I can deal with it even if I lose my Gyarados. So I decided to just stay and go for the Earthquake, but he switches and goes for Machamp. I'm like, damn, because I absolutely hate Machamp, no Guard and Dynamic Punch, which I know he has. So I fall asleep, I think, okay, maybe I can take that Dynamic Punch. I kind of, I can't. And I die. I lost so many Pokemon I did not have to lose in this battle. So I switch into my Slugworth to get, the resistance, physical defense, and I go right for the, I know the attack, Will-O-Wisp, as he goes for the Dynamic Punch. And I'm looking at the damage some of this is doing, and I'm thinking, okay, this thing has to be banded, so at least he's locked onto the Dynamic Punch. I don't have any Ghost types, but I do have two physical walls I can switch in back and forth and wait for the burn to take him down. So, I get Dynamic Punch, doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. I'm really not wanting to switch again and have my Weezing get that Rock Rape. So, I just had to stay in. I went for the Giga Drain and hit myself in my confusion. He Dynamic Punches, and, I'm a little bit in trouble now. I'm down to 74, 96 after lefties. The burn's gonna take him down. If I send my VV back in, it's just gonna get the rocks, so decide to leave her in against Gengar, and I lose her, and I'm just no. Anyway, so I go in for my Mr. Jones, because Scissor is boss, and he tries to switch, but I predicted that and went right for the Pursuit. And, even if he wasn't going to switch, even if he had Hidden Power Fire, I might have been able to live that, and Pursuit would have taken him out anyway. So, he goes back into Sand Slash, and I'm like, what are you even doing? So I go right for the Swords Dance, get my attack up. He goes for the Crush Claw, but he misses. I thought he might switch, but you know, just the way he'd been playing a lot of switching since I never got rocks up, because I actually don't have a rock setter on this team, or spikes, or toxic spikes, or anything. So I went for the bullet punch, and that does a hell of a lot to that Venusaur, and I was just like, okay, I can live with that. I decided to go for the pursuit, you know, because I was going to take it out anyway, and just in case he was going to switch, which he did, so that takes that out, and I'm like, alright, great, netted another kill. So he sends back the Blastoise, and I'm thinking, alright, you know, I'll just U-turn that. I really don't know why I thought that. I was under the impression that U-turn was a good move at this point. A lot of people have actually given me hell for carrying U-turn on the Swords Dance set, but I think it's good for getting your ass out of there if you're in trouble and dealing a lot of damage. And after that Protect, I did deal a lot of damage. Put that Blastoise down, so I was happy about that. And in goes his Charizard. And he uses Flamethrower, and I'm not worried because I'm a specially defensive Zelda Clefable, which is like my favorite Pokemon on the set because he just rates. And I go right for the Double Edge, and if you'll notice, oh, he has Life Orb, by the way. I caught that, and I was like, that's why it's doing so much damage. I'll get back to the Clefable later, because right now my Yuna's in, and she gets Rock Raped, and then she gets the Flamethrower, and she dies, because I really didn't want my Clefable to stay in with that burn, because it's a physically based Clefable. I wanted that Double Edge to do as much damage as possible, so I thought, you know, maybe I can, you know, Healing Wish, and I can't. So I go for Slugworth, hoping I can Thunderbolt him, and I can't, because the Life Orb plus the Flamethrower and Stab and all that fun stuff, and the fact that I have no special defense EVs on that Weezing whatsoever. So anyway, back to Zelda. This Clefable has Life Orb and Double Edge, and because of Magic Guard, it doesn't take damage from either. So it gets all that power at no cost, and it is just amazing. So after the Life Orb damage whittles down that Charizard, that puts in KO range for my Double Edge, I'm like, alright, sweet, I can do this. Here I go for Ice Punch, because I'm stupid, and I thought that would do more damage than Double Edge, because I'm stupid, and the Burn gets him, because it's stupid. And then both our attacks miss. And that's just like, okay then. But he gets the burn damage and I win. It was a great battle. It was so much fun. Guys, go check them out. The link is in the description. I'll see you all later.